What is up guys, it's Cal, and in this video I want to talk a bit about legacy servers, and whether they're returning or not. Now if you don't know what a legacy server is, it's essentially a private server for WoW that is vanilla based. So it's literally vanilla WoW. Again, you can go back to it, play it whenever you want, and then it's separate from live WoW. Now the reason I want to talk about this is because it has had a lot of buzz in WoW for about a year now, because there was a private server called NOSTALRIUS, which is one I played on. I think I made a few videos on it or whatever, and it was the biggest WoW for like private server, vanilla server, all that sort of stuff. Like, just, I mean, look at some of these statistics. 800,000 accounts created, 150,000 active accounts. That is a lot for a private server. A lot. These people were doing it out of the goodness of their hearts. They didn't get paid. They had 30 volunteers working on the project. They didn't accept donations. They had 2 million visits on Google each month, and they were the 314th biggest gaming site, I guess biggest viewed gaming site. You know, there's a lot of gaming sites out there. 314 is pretty good. And some time ago, Blizzard decided to shut them down. The reason they shut them down is because, well, there wasn't any reason. Well, there wasn't any good reason. I mean, obviously a lot of people liked the idea of legacy servers, or else this thing wouldn't have 150,000 active people playing on it. There was even a petition that had over 240,000 signatures for legacy servers. Now, after Blizzard decided to shut them down, they pretty much gave them a letter of, if you don't shut your thing down, lawyers might get involved and you might get sued. It was something like that. That was just a bit of a paraphrase. So they were like, okay, it's your game. We will shut ourselves down. And they did. And then Blizzard got a lot of backlash for it. And then they released a statement, Blizzard did, talking about legacy servers and how they've thought about it. They even went so far as to meet up with the NOSTALRIUS people to possibly get legacy servers to become a thing, because it's like a coding thing. I mean, making a private server in WoW isn't very difficult. I've made a few of them before in the past, but making one that's vanilla based, it takes like coding and that sort of stuff that I'm nowhere near smart enough to do. But after they had their meeting, nothing happened. Like, literally nothing happened. NOSTALRIUS had this like t-shirt campaign or something where they sold 100 t-shirts. You know, that was cool or whatever. It was kind of strange, but you know, I don't judge. And then Blizzard said they released a statement before BlizzCon saying that they were not going to talk about legacy servers. They said that, and people were expecting them to. People went to BlizzCon wanting to know what they had to say about legacy servers.
Of Azeroth. Feels a lot like that's where this story should come to an end. I mean, in a lot of ways, Icecrown Citadel is kind of like the Tomb of Sargeras of Wrath, and that's where that ended. So, where else is there to go after this? Well, if you've been listening to Illidan.
And they didn't say anything. So, pretty much, before BlizzCon was finished, because it's over now, but before BlizzCon was finished, NOSTALRIUS put out a statement saying that if it was a pretty threatening statement. I have to give them props. It wasn't very long. It was just, you know, short and to the point. They said that if Blizzard does not say anything about legacy servers at BlizzCon, then they will. Like, they were going to do something about it. And that's exactly what happened. Now, they didn't reopen their servers. They merely released their code or something. What did they do exactly? Yeah, they released their source code. Now what that essentially means is that their servers are in the public, essentially. So, there was another private server called what the heck is this thing called? Elysium? Yeah, Elysium. It's called Elysium Project or Elysium, which is a vanilla WoW private server. It was nowhere near as big as NOSTALRIUS. And they're pretty much kind of partnering with NOSTALRIUS in a way. Sort of, not really. They're just taking the source code and saying, hey, if you want a place to stay, come over to us. We have your accounts. So, at the moment, like, you can sign up for Elysium, I keep saying it wrong. I'll put a link in the description to their website. You can make an account on there. It's a vanilla WoW private server. At the moment, they do not have NOSTALRIUS accounts. They will in about a month, I think. Maybe a month or two, sometime soon. But you will be able to use your NOSTALRIUS account again on their server. Now, what does that mean for their server? I mean, obviously, their server has gotten attention. Blizzard most likely has noticed it. Are they going to get shut down? Most likely not, because it's hosted in Russia. So good luck suing them, honestly. So that's pretty much the story. Like, I love Legion so far. Not gonna lie, I think it's a very good expansion. But I also love legacy servers, or vanilla WoW, because that's when I started playing. And I mean, you hear this all the time. For people that didn't play during vanilla or even Burn Crusade, it was very different. The game was very different. And I'm not just saying that to fit in with the crowd. It actually was. Things were much harder back then. Things took much more time. And that's what a lot of people just like in games. I mean, you might not like that. You might like it when it's easier and just like to the point. 13 million people at one point liked it like that. So I liked it like how when it was more difficult. But anyway, I know I'm definitely going to be playing on the server. That would be awesome if you guys did too. Like I said, link to their server will be in the description, like link to their website. It's elysium-project.org. And I want to hear what you guys think about legacy servers, or if you played during vanilla, that sort of thing. But anyways, hope you guys liked the video. You can leave a like on it, you can sub to the channel, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video.